The thing about a day's snowmobiling is you never know what's going to happen. You know something's going to happen, something always happens, but until you get out there, you don't know what's going to happen. Well, what happened today was snow bridges. There's been bugger all snow at any time this season, and now we're deep in spring, the lack of base is dire, but the local riders insisted there was epic terrain on the other side of the valley. We just had to find a couple of snow bridges to get there. Snowbridge number 1 was too dodgy for a whole group, so we couldn't get up the easy way. Snowbridge number 2 was okay, so we crossed there and battled through dense trees over the bridge and down to the creek. Snowbridge number 3 was a no bridge, not even close, so we U-turned out of there and went for a look higher up the valley. Snowbridge number 4 looked thick and solid from one side, but snow was rotten as, and the side you couldn't see was super dodgy. So we all agreed that crossing here would be very dumb. We gave up trying to find a snow bridge across to the epic terrain our mate insisted was on the other side of the valley, and instead had a snowshoeily distanced early lunch. Speaking of snow, it was mainly ice with a layer of slush, but after lunch we found a few lines and then headed back down to that creek because the local guys really wanted to get us across the river and up into the epic terrain on the other side of the valley. So we went back to Snowbridge number 3, and amazingly, during lunchtime, new snow bridges had not formed across the creek and there was still nowhere to cross. So we U-turned out of there and went higher up the valley to Snowbridge number 4. And there was a track across it. Green Catman had manned up and ridden it. But when he came back to tell us about the epic terrain on the other side of the valley, Snowbridge number 4 turned into No Bridge number 4. So this time we really truly gave up trying to find a snow bridge across to the epic terrain on the other side of the valley, and instead headed up higher on the ridge back into winter where there was still a dusting of overnight snow in the trees. Then we realised the green Catman and the yellow Polaris person were missing. Gone! The radio crackled. We made it across the top to the epic terrain on the other side of the valley, they said. But they couldn't get back. So they were going to slide their sleds down the rotten sheets of shithouse sun-facing slush and find a snow bridge. Oh mate, we cheered as they careered down the epic terrain on the other side of the valley, shitting themselves in full throttle reverse. And then we went back down to Snowbridge number 3, where amazingly, during our ridge run, new Snowbridge had not formed across the creek. There was still nowhere to cross. So once again, we U-turned out of there and went higher up the valley to Snowbridge number 4, or as you may recall, No Bridge number 4. No Bridge number 4 wasn't going to stop Green Catman. He had a plan. Hope would triumph over experience. But there was still the yellow Polaris person on the wrong side of the river. So as the sun went down, we went back down for another look at Snow Bridge number 3, where amazingly, during our rescue of Green Catman, a new snow bridge had formed across the creek, and there was now a way to get back from the epic terrain on the other side of the valley. You know, some people might call this the snow bridge equivalent of beer goggles, and others might call it a strip of elephants not on a log, but I'm calling miracle. Then it was back through the forest, along the road, and across the dirt, and onto the ice, and into the truck, and down the hill, but that was the end of our snowmobile season. When we set off that morning, we didn't know what we were going to get, but what we got was snow bridges. We got a totally made-up adventure, a contrivance of adversity built from the vantage point of first world luxury. But god damn, it was fun. And just like the last day of every winter, we ended that day psyched for the first day of next winter. New sleds to ride, mates to hang out with, and of course, that epic terrain on the other side of the valley.